when I study certain things about myself, I'm so proud I didn't give up on myself. To have that energy, the passion, the joy, looking forward to creating, designing. I just finished this hat, literally, last night, and I stood up late to complete it. And this is why it's powerful. If you've been through an abusive relationship and you're trying to heal from that domestic violence trauma, ladies, it's very important to connect to your wellness and your self-care. Putting my feet down in nature, getting back to the roots of the things I enjoyed in my 20s and teens and my childhood, getting back to the things that make me feel connected to myself, because in the emotional, mental, and physical and spiritual abuse of domestic violence, ladies, it takes a toll on your spirit. It takes a toll on your chronic, and sometimes you can be in a mental fog, not realizing that you haven't taken the time to sit down and ask yourself, what has this done to you? What do you need to do to get back to those goals and passions and joys you once had in your life? Some of us are giving up on our dreams and goals, and that's not cool. I had to really put my foot down because I felt this dark cloud over me. You know, moving to a new state, setting myself free from what was known to the unknown, the uncertain, setting myself free from family down in a new state, understanding that I need to grow and grieve people who are alive who don't fit my life anymore, understanding that to let things go, stop having this unforgiveness in my spirit, release the bitterness. The moment you forgive the hurt, you forgive the past, you forgive the negative things you've done or experienced or went through, you set yourself free in life. You can sleep well at night. You can speak up and tell people around you the real truth on how you feel and where you stand and what you won't accept and what you will accept. This is why a lot of us, when we sit around and complain, no one should be complaining in life. We got to be mindful of what we choose to entertain, what we choose to allow in our space. There's always going to be certain kind of people in this world, ladies, certain kind of men, certain kind of situations wherever you go. But you have to be mindful and aware and intuitive and understand, is this right for my life? And then that's when you make the choice to entertain it. See, that's why when people try to come back in your life who have made you feel very traumatized or put you through a lot of emotional, mental, or spiritual pain like myself, when they try to come back like my ex did, the powerful tool was me creating my own definitions of courageously, continuously, contently, and confidently showing up for myself, because I didn't want to lose that spark, light, joy, creativity, and abundance I always have for my life. I didn't want to just settle. I didn't want to forget my purpose and passions and goals I was doing way before this traumatic experience. So this is why when you get to the root of your emotional blockages, you understand why you're not taking that step forward, to step on your inner critic, to face those things that you haven't forgive yet or the things you haven't let go of. Once you get that out the way, you're really going to see your true power, ladies. You're going to see your true voice, your true purpose. You're going to take time to actually study, read, learn new skills, not be so in routine that you're not stepping out of a bracket. You are made so much more than just what society has conditioned us on. We need to start connecting more to our foods, our wellness, our self-care, our thoughts, our emotions, our reactions, our responses. Life won't be that stressful to a lot of us if we just realize that, you know, if you just understand in these low seasons of grief, loss, and setbacks, if you see how you got to be grateful for the little things, you would let things go a little bit more. I had to do that. Coming out of homelessness, it makes me grateful to have my own place in a new city on my own. It feels amazing to not have any guidance down here but the guidance of myself and God. Thank God I connected to my spirit, because I would have missed the blessing of this new place and getting myself out of homelessness, getting myself away from a family member that no longer serves me. That's why it's powerful in these low seasons to make sure you journal on these things that cause you emotional pain, that cause you to react out of character, that cause you to feel worry at night. Don't ever look at yourself as a victim either, regardless of the hurt and pain you experience with somebody. I had to let go of thinking I was a victim of this person, and I had to take my power back and understand, in order for me to get back to my passions and goals, ladies, I had to really uncover those negative spaces within myself. These dark spaces I still face and cry about at night sometimes, but I'm letting myself free. So now I have a beautiful routine for my life again. I'm back to feeling joyful for my life again. I have connection to my thoughts, my feelings, my reactions. And I want to encourage you to take time to connect to yourself in a quiet space, wherever you are. Make time for that self-care, that journal, that meditation. Rub on your body, feel on your body, stretch, do some mobility work. Walk some miles every day or every other day or wherever you can. Really connect to your menstrual cycle and understand the beauty of it. You start to love on yourself more. In that season of doing that, getting my power back, letting that 7-year relationship go that was very traumatic, where I experienced domestic violence, losing my father at the same time, having no one to grieve with, in a town by myself with no family, understanding what I was going through but not, going to therapy to set myself free to figure this out. Now I'm empowered because a year later I'm back to teaching my classes. I'm back to feeling empowered about my beauty, myself, my life, my body, everything. And I know how to push through tough times now, emotional blockages. I know how to push through these days where I don't feel like doing nothing, but I still do what I have to do because I know my purpose, passion, and intentions for my life. I'm not gonna let these emotional feelings, the variations of all these things going on in the world, stop me from centering my own peace in my life. You gotta figure that out, because life can get to you. You'll get stressed out by the bills and things that society throws onto us, and you'll forget your purpose, ladies. You'll forget what you really loved to do before, because you worry about the bills, the kids, and everything. But I'm glad my mother raised me that even if you do have a kid or a husband or a tribe, you still have to make time for yourself. And that's what my mother always does and did, because she realized the power of self-care for a woman is how you hold everything down, and then you can be present in your own passion, goals, and intentions in life. That's why I refuse, and this time around, with my new blessing of a new relationship. It's amazing when you heal and you get to the root of your healing, and you're still healing, and you're mindful and you're intuitive on how you react to your partner, on how you respond to your partner, on how you respond to things in your own life. Now I realize it's a blessing when you realize you don't have to yell and scream in a relationship, that you can have disagreements and the person's gonna be mindful, they're gonna be respectful. It feels amazing to be loved on like how I'm loved on, because that's how I love on other people. My very first real relationship was very traumatic, but I refuse to let myself think that every guy is like that. I wasn't raised on that negative mindset. We gotta set ourselves free from what people have told us and what we've been conditioned on about black men and about men in general, because that stops us from being open in life. I went through one bad experience with a man, but I'm not gonna let that stop me. That's why I had to really work on my healing, my power, my passions, my goals, and get back to that power, not what I've lost. Because think about it, God is good, I tell you. In the season of losing my dad, that's why you gotta look at these low seasons as not a downtime. I'm starting to realize these low seasons are sending you signs and messages for the betterment of your life. So all the signs and messages I was getting, the knowledge my mother was telling me, I know I can trust her, because everything she's been telling me my whole life, it always turned out that way, accurately. Now, it's amazing how I got my power back, how that ex wasn't there for me when I lost my father. And I'm trying to empower you ladies, when you break up with somebody, let it go like I did. Don't try to stress this person. I tried for a month after that breakup. I didn't get an answer on why we had to end. And I lost my father at the same time. But you know the power of taking your power back? Courageously, continuously, contently, and confidently, ladies. You know why it's powerful? Because a year later, now that person's calling me up, needing me in their lowest times. But me taking my power back is why I didn't resort back to my ex. I blocked him for good. I can let go. I have no feelings towards that. A lot of us are causing ourselves stress when we let people come back and we linger, because if you understand the emotions and feelings about what you're doing and why you're doing it, you're going to understand that I don't even need to be doing this, to be honest with you. So that's why I'm encouraging you ladies, when you leave a relationship that's very traumatic, I know it's hard emotionally, spiritually. I know it's not easy, but when you really sit back and you actually face your emotions from it, you start journaling out your thoughts, meditating on things, processing everything, you're going to understand that getting to a self-care routine in that season is going to be the powerful tool. Being mindful of what you eat, what you watch, what you engage in, what you're surrounding yourself with. What words are you telling yourself? What affirmations are you writing down for yourself to build yourself up? What are you watching on your phone? Are you comparing yourself to these women? Are you thinking you only have to feel good when you got the lashes, makeup, and weave on? We got to start feeling good with every phase of our lives and ourselves. Stop thinking we need a certain kind of look, style, or brand to be that girl or be that woman.